Being liked is more valuable than being respected. Being liked is more valuable than being respected. It doesn't make sense when you first look at the phrase, when you first look at the concept at face value. But when you think about it, the people in your life that you enjoy having around you, the people that you would do anything for, the people that you will spend money for, the people that you will loan money to, they're typically not the people that you respect the most. They're the people that you like the most. When I was in Alaska trying to get any state, any assignment I can get outside of Alaska, I was like, bro, send me anywhere, bro. Please get me out of Alaska. Please send me anywhere but Alaska. I truly believe that my leadership went out of their way to help me, not because they respected me, because I wasn't the best at my job. I was the accountant for the base, managing $8 million with no experience, zero experience. They went out of their way to help me, and I think it was mainly because they liked me, not because they respected me. The first part of my career, when I was at Andrews, the Pentagon, one of the major flaws I made in my career and as a person was establishing so many boundaries. You don't talk to me that way. You ain't gonna run up on your boy. You ain't gonna surprise me. Email me. No, email me, bro. Email me. I set so many boundaries in my life that all I did was prevent people from making relationships with me. I kept people at distance. I'm like, no, I can't let you get close because I don't trust you. I didn't trust people. And I suffered because of it. I spent so much time alone. In a lot of cases, Lee, I was forced to travel by myself. I was forced to explore DC by myself. Virginia Beach, going north to Philly, New York City. I traveled a lot by myself, not because I wanted to in those days, but because I had no choice. Because I set so many boundaries in my life that people could not get close to me. My supervisor, when I went for BTZ, I'm not going to go too far into all the terminology and acronyms and all that, but when I was up for promotion, early promotion, my supervisor didn't know much about me. And I was so proud of the fact that my supervisor didn't know much about me. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you? That person is trying to help you get promoted, but they don't know anything about you. The number one thing I learned from my career, and I use this in my everyday life now, is that you could easily go throughout your life and set boundaries and say, don't cross me. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no help. Get away from me. Don't disrespect me. Don't cross me. You could set all those boundaries. Rappers do this all the time. Don't cross me. Or I could operate like Kobe was that person. Bro, we up at 5 a.m. We working. We're not going out. We're not partying. We working. We getting shots up. LeBron is the guy that trains with everybody. He's friends with everybody. He's friendly. The most liked individuals in the NBA are the NBA players that smile. Steph Curry, Giannis, LeBron, Kevin Hart. He's not the funniest comedian. He's up there, but he's not the funniest comedian. There's many more funny comedians, but why is he constantly in every single movie? Why is the bag chasing him no matter where he goes, as opposed to Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Paul Mooney, rest in peace, Patrice O'Neal, hilarious. Patrice O'Neal is one of my favorite comedians. He's top 5 for me, easily. I got Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, but Kevin Hart chases the bag and the bag chases him because people like him. He's safe. He smiles. He's not intimidating. He's not sitting in the corner. No, not only because he's small as well, but people don't find him intimidating. People are not scared of Kevin Hart. Patrice O'Neal, 6'4", 300 pounds, walks up, and he got a chip on his shoulder, and he mad, and he angry. The number one thing I learned, just kind of wrap all this up, bro. I could rant for hours on this. You need to learn how to build rapport with people. And I do it through listening and asking questions. A lot of people probably have picked up long ago that I'm highly neurotic. I think a lot. I talk fast. I'm a high motor in terms of information coming in, information going out. And it typically doesn't go out unless I'm on a live stream where it just spills out. It spills out. I have to have a structured, this is how I'm going to go through these topics. But I'm quick at analyzing. I'm quick at discerning. I'm quick at observing and I'm quick with it. I'm very quick with it. That's why I love live Q&As, because I don't need 10 hours to prepare for random questions. I enjoy it. It's therapeutic for me. But I know when I try to apply that to my friendships, my relationships, it does not work. I put more emphasis on not trying to win debates, but listening and asking questions and follow-up questions. Because I know I can win any debate. I can beat people easily. But typically after I do so, I walk away by myself. If I win the debate and now they upset because I start employing all these logical fallacies that they don't know about, and I'm like, bro, let me just appeal to higher power. Let me just throw a whole little red herring in there real quick. They don't know about that, bro. Let me hit them with that, bro. And I win the argument, but then I walk away by myself. I've lived that for years. And I realized, especially in my current place, I would rather people like me and have an open door policy with me, and people appreciate me, and people realize he brings value and he doesn't ask for anything. There's certain times that I will ask and like it almost comes off as begging, like, please, man. But most of the time I try to give value. And that's how you build rapport, listening. If somebody has a problem, I don't immediately try to give them a solution. I just listen, ask follow-up questions. On dates, listen and ask follow-up questions. That person will be glued to you because you're acting like a therapist. That's what therapists do. That's what counselors do. Psychologists, they listen and ask questions. That's why we love them so much. That's why we love I'm gonna sit on my couch, and we feel so good after we left because that person did not try to fix you in the moment. They let you talk, and they listened, and they understood you. So imagine bringing that to every relationship I enter is I'm going to listen and ask questions. You'd be surprised how many people, they love talking to you. They love engaging with you. When I have podcasts, I have so many comments of people, bro, you took it easy on them. Kevin Samuels, you look at a lot of his interviews, his in-person interviews, you're like, bro, why didn't you go off on Brittany Renner? Because, and I think he kind of arrived at this late, because if his brand was built off of this, he would be a lot further and hopefully still alive. But he understood that in person, relationships are valuable. And yes, I'm roasting strangers on Zoom and people coming through, and I'm taking their life and just going off. Average at best, you look dusty, bro. You're going to buy a dog and die alone, and you understand? Notice how he alienated so much of his population, especially in regards to women. He had men backing him. But imagine if Andrew Tate could find a way to talk to the masses. Imagine these audiences. They blow up very quickly. Kevin Samuels blew up very quickly. Andrew Tate blew up very quickly in terms of the magnitude that they reached. But look at their legacies. They have their supporters, and that's it. Kevin Hart has the majority of people supporting him. How did they get that? Not that everyone should pursue that. Excuse me. I'm not saying that everyone should pursue appeal to everyone. But on YouTube, when it comes to networking, and I want as many business cards in my phone as possible. I want as many people that are in the same space as me that are being successful. I want those people to hear my name and immediately think, yeah, he's not off-putting. He's cool. Because a lot of us think that we can just move about the world and we don't need anyone. I'm strong and independent. I don't need help. I don't need nobody to help me. I'll figure it out by myself. You realize, what if somebody just gave me a little piece of advice that I've been looking for years, and that changed the whole trajectory of my life? The super chats that people are being generous with and kind with, and that makes me like them. It makes me like them. Some would call it manipulation. It's how the world works. It's literally how the world works. It's a seed of good faith. And a lot of people are so high and mighty and like, bro, I got 13,000 subscribers. I ain't gonna help. What? 13,000 people push the button. That's it. And you'll start realizing quickly, especially when you start employing this, I have a lot more resources available to me. I have so many more insights and experiences available to me at my disposal if people simply like me. If they don't mind being a Baker Mayfield, trying to find a job in the NFL. Talented, #1 overall pick, Heisman Trophy winner. How is he struggling to find a job? How is that possible? People did not like him. He was perceived as arrogant. KD, nobody wants him. I guess he'll go back to Brooklyn Nets and keep playing. Giannis, he can go anywhere he wants. LeBron, he can go anywhere he wants. Steph Curry can go anywhere he wants. Rondo, Lakers, Cleveland. Patrick Beverly, I guess we'll take him. Cam Newton can't find a job. Why? If people don't like you, they will overlook your talent. They will overlook your gifts and say, I just can't work with someone like that. So that's the #1 thing I've learned from my career. It took me some years to learn it, but I'm not letting it go, because respect is easily gotten through competence. You don't have to set boundaries to get respect. You can get respect through simply being good at what you do and practicing and learning. But one thing is hard to get, especially after you ruin a relationship, is getting someone to like you after you've alienated them. Imagine Trump trying to regain the love of the country. He has a lot of people that voted for him, a lot of his supporters. Andrew Tate has his supporters. Kevin Samuels has his supporters. Andrew Aflalo, or whatever her name is, the chick on TikTok that, misandrous against men, she has her followers. Tommy Lauren, she has her followers. But imagine if they tried to go to the other side and network. It's not going to work. It would not work because people have set so many boundaries in their lives and they push people away with their language. You can't build a bridge with that. So that's the one thing I've learned. It's something I practice every day. It's difficult because often you want to set boundaries. Often you want to be respected immediately because people treat you differently. The sex I have when someone admires me or respects me, it's night and day versus somebody who I had to take them out to lunch and 5 dates and please love me and then please touch my person and please kiss my mouth. I don't want that, right? But the woman that respects you and admires you, it's different. It's different. Trust me. So, it's a bit vulgar for my taste and definitely for my mom's taste. But that's the number one thing I learned. Being liked over respected, there's no comparison. No comparison.